Hello! Welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to a weekend vlog. It's Friday. I've been to physical therapy and then I went to Target. Then I came home, took a shower, washed my hair, had some food, all of that stuff. So that's good. And yeah, the day just kind of completely ran away from me. It's already almost 3. It's 2:45. And I'm exhausted, so I think I'm just starting my weekend early. But I did pick up a few things at Target. It's lots of random stuff. I haven't done a Target haul in I don't know how long, but yeah, I thought why not? It's mostly like beauty, grocery, and like some cleansing products. So we'll start with those. I got some dish soap, Mrs. Meyer's dish soap in the peony scent, which is one of my favorites. I bought a new scrub brush for my bathtub because I need to do that. As far as groceries go, I got some Pike Place coffee, Starbucks coffee. I saw this and I couldn't resist. I got a pack of Kinder Bueno bars. The price on this wasn't bad. I felt like it was pretty much comparable, if not slightly cheaper than World Market, so jumped on that. I got Benadryl because allergies. This is a really boring Target haul. And then I saw this in the dollar spot and I thought this was interesting. It's a hands-free tool that you clip onto your key ring, and then with the hook and the bit at the end and stuff like that, you can use it to hit like elevator buttons, which I think will be great when I'm back on campus. Is that focusing? There we go. So elevator buttons, door handles, things like that you can use this for instead of having to touch it yourself. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've seen these online. You can like push light switches with it, open door handles, or pull levers. Ergonomic design makes it easy to touch public touch screens like ATMs and store checkout pads. Open doors, press buttons, pull levers without direct contact. Great for elevators and pedestrian crossings. Attached keychain for easy access. So I've seen like infomercials for similar stuff for like a lot, and this is just $1. We'll see how long it lasts, but I thought why not. And then beauty stuff. The SGX NYC brand, Salon Graphics brand, was on sale. So I got some Dry Touch Volumizing Dry Shampoo. Absorbs oil, adds body, refreshes instantly, in fresh jasmine and fig leaf scent, which I thought yeah, it does smell pretty nice. So I thought that sounded interesting, and it was like, I've got the receipt. How much was this on sale? I don't think it gave me the sale. Oh well, it was $7.99, so it wasn't that expensive. I did the self-checkout and I wasn't paying attention. And then I got by OGX brand, which is my favorite hair brand, as far as like drugstore prices go. Protecting Plus Silk Blowout Quick Drying Thermal Spray. Cut, blow dry time, and protect hair up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit for big, beautiful blowouts. It's got a nice spray nozzle on here. I don't have a heat protectant at the moment, so I thought that would be good. And then I'd been excited to go to Target and like see the full beauty section, because I've been wanting to get some new glitter nail polish because all of mine have kind of dried up. And they only had like a few different types. Like the choices were really limited. I was really bummed. But I found Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. This is in Disco Ball number 129, but it's just like clear white with little bits of like almost hollow. I might add an accent nail to the mint color I've got going on right now. This is Fiverr by Butter London. But yeah, I just wanted like I like playing with glitter every now and then. So I picked this up. I think I need to go to like Walgreens or CVS and check out their supply. So that's my little very random Target haul. Oh, and then I also bought a pack of wet ones, like a purse pack. They're starting to put out all of their, so that's in my purse. They're starting to put out all of their back to school stuff. I'm not ready to look at back to school stuff. But I figured having a pack of sanitizing wipes in my handbag would be nice because the pack I currently have has kind of dried out and isn't really functional anymore. So went to Target, had a decent time. It was nice to be at Target, although I think I was the only person wearing a mask other than the employees. The employees are still wearing masks, but no one else was. I just have to kind of get used to that because I think that's just how it's going to be. Anyway, other than that, there's really not much to say. By the time I got home and I was really hot, it's not as hot today. I think it's only going to get up to 103, but that's still hot. I just feel really worn out. I'm sticking to my mid-year reset. I'm not going to push myself if I don't feel like working. If I feel like I need to rest, then I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna go back to watching YouTube and just kind of relax for a bit, and we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes. But welcome to the vlog. It's good to have you here. Hello, it's Sunday. I don't know where yesterday went. It was really nice, but yeah, I feel like it went by in a bit of a blur. I did a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of stuff around the house, which is good. Checked my mail. There was a package that I had completely forgotten I was expecting. I didn't order it, it was just sent to me. I watched some documentaries. I watched I'll Be Gone in the Dark on HBO Max, because I knew I needed to watch that during the day. I can't watch stuff like that too close to bedtime or it just freaks me out. But it's a really great true crime documentary on a cold case from the 70s and 80s. So that was really good. Watched some other things and then finished the night watching a documentary on black holes, which was really cool. So yeah, it was just kind of an HBO Max and Netflix kind of a day. I just think I needed that. I needed to kind of just mentally check out. Just didn't feel like I had the focus to read. I also had some stuff delivered on Friday. I had an Amazon order arrive, so I thought I'd show you that and then the package that arrived yesterday. So from Amazon, or the Amazon order that I placed, I got a new lightning cable charger in gray. I got a new camera bag for the new camera because my other camera bags are either way too big or way too small. This has a little zip pocket in the front, so I've got my spare battery in there right now and a lens cloth, and then the camera goes in there. Fits perfectly. It's got the belt loop which snaps open and shut, and then it's got a little loop, and it came with a like shoulder neck strap, so that's nice. Although for me, my camera is always like in either my work bag or my handbag. When I'm traveling, my camera bag is not out loose on a belt loop or on a strap. It's always in my handbag. When I'm traveling, my camera is then usually looped with the wrist strap looped around my wrist or in the camera bag in my handbag. And then I was very kindly gifted a journal by Julie Elizabeth Hypnotherapy. Julie is the mother of a friend of mine, and so my friend reached out and said, hey, my mom's just self-published a journal. Would you like one? She's willing to send you one. So it's the Journal for a Happier You, 365 Days of Positive Mindset. And in the beginning, which is what I'm still reading, it's got like bits about like why journaling is helpful. What I liked is that she also focuses on, like, part of it is getting at what Eckhart Tolle talks about, which is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and how our anxiety and our negative thinking and stuff comes out of our subconscious mind. So it was nice to see her kind of talking about some of the similar things in that. It's not 365 days of positive mindset as in like toxic positivity, because that's not, I'm not about that, but it looks like the questions get you focusing on things from a more positive conscious mind perspective, so that you're flipping the script on any of those negative thoughts and stressing about things that haven't happened yet, which is a huge problem for me. I'm always stressing about things that haven't happened yet. So I think this will be really good. I will do a deeper review like once I've used it, but I'm really liking the look of it so far. It's undated, but it is a Monday through Sunday thing. And then at the end of the week, there's like a weekly reflection page. So, and then a positive quote at the end of every week. So I don't know, I once I looked into it, like I said, sure, she can send it to me because, you know, I'm happy to help support a friend. But then when I looked it up, I was intrigued, and then when it arrived yesterday, I started actually flipping through it. I'm like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Because it's each page isn't really long. There's a bit to answer in the morning and then a bit to answer in the evening. So you're just answering a few questions in the morning and a few questions in the evening, and overall it's probably like 5 minutes each. I'm not someone who can sit and journal for like 30 minutes. It's never gonna happen. So this kind of 5 minutes a day kind of mentality, or 5 minutes every morning, 5 minutes in the evening, is exactly what I've been looking for. So I think this will be great. I will do a deeper review once I've been using it, and I can let you know how that's been working. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go relax, or continue relaxing and continue enjoying my weekend. I need to get some food and some coffee, and then I think I'm gonna read. I haven't read at all this weekend. I got a book from the library sent to my Kindle at the beginning of this week, I think on Monday. So I'll have it through next weekend, I think. I'm pretty sure I downloaded it Monday or Tuesday, so I should have it through next weekend as well. But I want to start it today and get a good chunk read today, and then I can try to finish it throughout the week. But it's the second book by Sonali Dev in her kind of Jane Austen series. I can't remember the title now, but it's the one based on Persuasion, which I'm really looking forward to because Persuasion is one of my favorite Jane Austen novels. So I saw that it was available on the library, so I just jumped and downloaded it, but now I need to start reading it. I didn't feel like reading yesterday. I just kind of wanted to sit and do nothing and watch TV, so that's what I did yesterday. And then it's also, we're pretty much halfway through the year, so I thought it might be fun. I'll give you my first impressions on the book once I've started reading it, and then also do a mid-year checkup on my reading challenge because we're halfway through the year. So I'm doing good. I'm ahead of schedule. That's nice. So I thought we could talk about that for a little bit. I'm gonna go start reading, and I will check with you guys later. Hello. Okay, it is now Sunday evening, and it is time to wrap up this vlog. But first, I wanted to chat about books for a little bit. Have been reading Recipe for Persuasion by Sonali Dev. I've got about 3 hours left in it, so I got about 2 hours in, and I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a kind of a different twist on Persuasion, so I'm really enjoying that because it's not just a straight up modernization or updating of Jane Austen's novel, like it's putting a slightly different spin on it, which keeps it, I like that because then it keeps it from getting too predictable. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And that will, once I finish it, that will be the 50th book that I've read this year. So I'm looking at my Goodreads 2021 reading challenge, and I have read 49 books out of my goal of 81 for this year. So because it's the middle of the year and I have seen the mid-year book freakout tag going around, I thought it might be fun to throw that tag in here and go over some of the books that I've read this year, because there have been some really good ones. So 49 is quite a lot. You know, as I'm scrolling through, it's like, yeah, it's been a lot of books. It's been mostly fiction. There has been some nonfiction, but yeah. So the mid-year book freakout tag questions / reading challenge update. Best book I've read so far. I mean, looking at the list, I don't know that I can pick just one. I feel like I have to pick two. If I'm going of the like traditionally published books, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue was incredible. That was the third book that I read this year, and I still think about that book. It's one of those books that I would pay big money to be able to read it again for the first time. It's just a magic book in so many ways. V.E. Schwab is just a fantastic writer. I think of the self-published books, scrolling through the list, I think it's the one I read right before what I'm reading now. I think I have to say it's For Vacation Only by Mila Nix. That was the second book of hers that I read this year, and there was just so much about that book that I enjoyed. So yeah, I think that's definitely one of the best books that I've read so far this year. Really, really enjoyed that. Question number 2, best sequel that you've read so far. Connectivity 2.0. I loved book 1. That's by Avon Ellis. She's one of my favorite romance authors in the kind of indie author space. And I loved the first Connectivity book and went back and reread the first one when the second one came out, intending to just skim it, and got sucked back in and read it, like truly read it for a second time, and then read 2.0 and just loved it. So good. Number 3, best new release you haven't read yet but want to. I've done this tag before, and I feel like my answer to this question is the same. I really am not paying attention to what's new, what's not, because then the next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I know Avon Ellis has a new Modern Royals book coming out, so I'm really looking forward to that. I don't really have any new releases that are currently out that I'm wanting to read that I haven't read. Like, there's just a lot of books that have come out in the last few years that I want to read that I haven't read, so I don't really have an answer to that question, to question 3 or 4. So number 5, biggest disappointment. You know, I don't mean this in a negative way exactly. I think the one I was disappointed by was The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. It was fine. I think I still even gave it a fairly high, I think I still gave it like 4 stars. It's not a bad book, but it was personally a disappointment because I think I'd really built up in my head expectations for it that it just didn't deliver. So, biggest surprise, I'm looking back through the list. I don't think there were any that were like a huge surprise. So I'm trying to think of like a spin on that, a way to spin that question. I mean, Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore was really, really good, but I was surprised by that because the cover just made me picture a very different historical romance novel. I did not expect there to be so many steamy scenes. Not that there were a ton, like I wasn't expecting any at all. I thought it was going to be more of a clean historical romance. So that was a surprise. Not necessarily a bad surprise. I was fine with it, but yeah, that was a surprise. Favorite new author, debut or new to you? Okay, I've got two answers to this question. Favorite debut author was probably Sarah Penner, who I've got the book here because that's for another question. But favorite new author that was new to me is Mila Nix. I read her Black Witch Magic book, and then I read her contemporary romance For Vacation Only. Those are the first two books I've read from her. Those were both read this year, and now I'm kind of hooked. I'm slowly going to work my way through her back catalog. I think she's got like 5 or 6 books out now, so I want to go back and read all of those, but then I'm also looking forward to like new books. And then I think another debut author, I think another new author who's new to me that I really enjoyed was B. Ivy Woods with her Love in the Capital series. Really, really enjoyed that. I've read the short prequel novella, and then I read book 1 in that series, and by the end of the year I want to read the rest of the books in that series. Question number 8, newest fictional crush. Ooh. I mean, I won't lie, Oliver from Connectivity 2.0 definitely jumped up there on that list as fictional crush. I'm scrolling through the list. I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to say Oliver from Connectivity 2.0. Although Dimitri from the Little Bookshop of Love Stories also had a bit of a crush on him. Question number 9, newest favorite character, Addie LaRue. Addie LaRue is my newest favorite, like, character. Had to scroll back to the beginning of the year. Addie LaRue is definitely my newest favorite book character. Book that made you cry, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm trying to think if any of these other ones made me cry as well. I think I got a little weepy with some of them, but like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue was like, that definitely made me cry. Book that made you happy, number 11. Most of these, because I tend to read romance books. The Little Bookshop of Love Stories by Jamie Admons. That one is just like, I'm grinning just thinking about it. It's just such a heartwarming, heart-lifting kind of a book. So yeah, that one definitely made me happy. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year? Definitely The Lost Apothecary. I mean, this cover is the cover of dreams. It really is. Like the gold foil of the apothecary bottle opposite the darker background with the pops of color on the flowers. I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. As soon as I saw that, this was totally a book that I was like, the cover alone had me hovering over the purchase button, and then by the time I read the description, I was sold. So yeah, definitely most beautiful book I've bought so far. Number 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I've got 2 other books that I grabbed from my stack. Most of the books I need to read are on my Kindle, but there's 2 physical books that I bought that I still haven't read yet, and so I do want to read these at some point before the end of the year. Although, we'll see if I manage to do it before the end of summer break. Otherwise, it'll probably be like the very end of the year on winter break. But I need to read Finding Freedom, Harry and Meghan, The Making of a Modern Royal Family by Omid Scrubby and Carolyn Durand. And then I also really want to read HRH, So Many Thoughts on Royal Style by Elizabeth Holmes. This is also a beautiful book. Beautiful cover. I've been wanting to read this. I bought both of these books a while back. I had an Amazon gift card, and so I used it to put towards them. Was just so busy with work when I first got them that I just didn't get around to reading them. But I want to be able to like really sink into both of these books and not be like pulled in a million different directions. I feel like they're both books that I want to like sit down and just read cover to cover without stopping. But yeah, so those are 2 books I want to read by the end of the year, among a ton of other novels on my Kindle. And then number 14, favorite book community member. I mean, I don't follow a whole lot of people in the book community, so I'm just gonna put another plug out there and shout out there for Shannon from Pages and Polish. She is the one that I always turn to, and I always love watching her book talk videos and getting recommendations for different books because we have very different reading tastes. So she's a great place where I go to find books that I wouldn't normally hear about because I'm too busy like grabbing the next indie published romance or something. So yeah, if you're not following Shannon over at Pages and Polish, definitely give her a follow. So that is the mid-year book freakout tag, and those are just some of the books that I have read this year. I'm reading a lot this summer. I'm not sure that will keep up, and that's one of the reasons why I'm just reading as much as I can this summer so that this fall and early winter before the end of the year, if I do slow down, I'll still reach my goal. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I will have the questions down in the description box below. So in lieu of a Hygge question today, I'd love for you to answer one or two of the tag questions because I'd really love to know what some of your favorite books have been so far, your favorite new authors or new fictional crushes. Let me know in the comments below. I guess I also have to say newest fictional crush would probably be Henry from More Than Fate, which is the male lead that I wrote. I know that when Tamsin watches this, she's going to say that her newest favorite fictional crush is Ted. So slight shout out to More Than Fate, which you can see right there, available now on Amazon, link in the description box below. Patrick is always going to be a favorite fictional crush from my Across the Pond series, and I cannot wait for Independent Hearts to come out for you to meet the guy in that one. Haven't announced the name yet, but yeah, he's definitely up there on newest fictional crushes of the ones that I've created. So yeah, I'd love to hear some of your answers to the questions. So the questions are in the description box. Let me know your answers to some of them in the comments below. Give the vlog a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that great stuff. I am now going to go and probably watch some YouTube because I'm a little bit behind on some videos that came out last week. And yeah, the sun is setting. It's just about dinner time. Gonna have a relaxing evening, and then tomorrow, editing. Lots and lots of editing, among many other things that need to get done tomorrow. So come back to the next vlog for that. Thank you very much for watching this vlog, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!